a digital marketer? Are you into sales and marketing? Do you want to be a successful entrepreneur? If yes, this video is going to be very helpful for you. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome. I am Sachin Dee from Ranchi, Jharkhand. I'm a freelancer, so I've been doing digital marketing, graphic designing, social media management and video editing from a couple of years now. So in this video, we are going to talk about human psychology and how it works in sales and marketing. Well, sales is the hardest skill in the world. To convince someone to buy something is really tough. But don't worry, I have something for you. I'm going to share 7 triggers that you can use to influence or convince a customer to buy something like this smartly and easily.
So let's get started. The first trigger is social proof. Let's see what is social proof and how it works. Social proof is the influence that the actions and attitudes of the people around us, either in real life or online, have on our own behavior. The proof element is the idea that if other people are doing it or saying it, it must be correct. Social proof can influence people to take actions and make decisions differently than they would if they had relied solely upon their own judgment. Let's see an example.
This is Bob, a male entrepreneur. Bob is a rational beast, and he has just launched a brand new product, a shake that satisfies a human's monthly nutritional needs. A great idea. Here we see Bob trying to appear credible. A rather fancy marketing courting ritual in order to attract his first customers. Bob is ready, and he waits patiently. Maybe this one? No. Not much seems to work for Bob. The female entrepreneur has chosen a different approach. She is showing off customer behaviors. A simple yet effective courting strategy. An alluring display of social proof. Bob is yet to grasp the concept. Thus, he continues to wait and wait.
The second trigger is scarcity. Let's see what is scarcity and how it works. The harder it is to get something, that is, the scarcer a resource appears, or the more urgent its appeal. The more we want it, in a nutshell, that's scarcity. What drives scarcity is fear. More to the point, as humans, we are far more motivated by the fear of losing than we are by the desire of gaining. With at least 56% of us experiencing active FOMO, that is fear of missing out, this trigger drives consumer behavior and is even responsible for our borderline addictive love for social media. Let's see an example.
So, how can you create a sense of urgency in sales when the customer has time to seek out and purchase the product at any time that they want to? Let's talk about the importance of last day sales and limited edition sales. Think about an example of a new pair of shoes. You're looking for a new pair of shoes in the store but aren't completely convinced to make the purchase quite yet. The shoes are available online for the same price and you're thinking about waiting to make your purchase. Now, right before you leave the store, the salesperson runs up to you and they say they have the shoes that you've been waiting for 20% off, but today is the last day of the sale. If you wait to buy the shoes tomorrow or next week, you'll have to pay 20% more, right? The limited edition may just be the tipping point for you.
The third trigger is reciprocity. Let's see what is reciprocity and how it works. Reciprocity is powerful and deeply ingrained psychological trigger. Actually, it's inescapable. The principle is simple. When you receive, you are more likely to give. One of the most widespread and basic norms of human culture is embodied in the rule for reciprocation. The rule requires that one person try to repay in kind what another person has provided. Let's see an example.
Hardwired into our mental DNA is the need to reciprocate. When we receive a gift, the regions of the brain associated with emotion and decision-making light up. Studies on the social and psychological aspects of this activity show that receiving the gift triggers a cognitive conflict that must be resolved. The easiest way to resolve the conflict is to give something in return of equal or greater value. In psychology, this is known as the theory of reciprocity or social reciprocity. The Coca-Cola experiment is probably the most well-known study on reciprocity. It was published in 1971 by Dennis Regan. In the study, the participant believed they were there to evaluate paintings. Also in the room was a fellow participant named Joe, but Joe was really Regan's assistant. First, Regan manipulated the degree to which a participant liked Joe by having the subject overhear Joe being either polite or rude to a person during a phone conversation. In one condition, Joe would later then leave and return with 2 soft drinks, giving one as a gift. In another condition, Joe would leave and return empty-handed. After evaluating the art, Joe was then left alone with the participant, at which point he would hand them a note, asking them to buy some raffle tickets. The results of the study showed the power of giving. In the condition where Joe did not give the participant a soda, the degree to which they liked Joe influenced how many raffle tickets they would buy. But in the condition where Joe did give a soda, participants bought twice as many tickets as in the no soda condition, regardless of the degree to which they liked Joe. So not only did people that did not like Joe buy tickets at twice the rate, they ended up buying more raffle tickets than the cost of the soda.
The fourth trigger is authority. Let's see what is authority and how it works. Well, we are wired to follow authority. Our whole lives we are told to follow them. First your parents, then teachers, and then the law, police and government. This is why we are much more likely to say yes to a favor coming from a person of authority. You can build authority by showing your expertise with testimonials and logos of brands supporting you, dressing like authority like a suit, or using expensive gadgets, watches, cars, etc. All of those are symbols of authority and they successfully bring about a feeling that a person must be an authority. How to use it in online marketing? In the online world, there are many individuals who do the same things as you do. If you want people to buy from you, you have no choice but to show you authority. It is essential for your success. If you fail to do it, your prospects will go to somebody else, somebody who dedicated time to building their authority. The fifth trigger is commitment. Let's see what is commitment and how it works. Once we commit to something, we stick to it. We feel a pressure to be consistent with our initial behavior. It takes more energy to break with the initiated behavior. If you ever tried to quit smoking or stop eating unhealthy foods, that you know exactly what I'm talking about. To get another person behave in a way you want them, ask them to take a small initial step in that direction. This small steps is all that is needed to create commitment, after which you can ask for another step, this time bigger and bigger, and you will keep hearing yes from your prospects. How to use it in online marketing? Your ultimate goal as a marketer is to sell a product or service, but you cannot just ask your prospects to buy something from you right away. So to help them feel comfortably about that decision, you guide them in the direction of purchase by asking for smaller commitments. This including giving your email address, liking, tweeting or sharing a page, leaving a comment, reply to an email, do an assignment. The sixth trigger is liking. Let's see what is liking and how it works. I'm sure you have experienced this one for yourself many times. We find it much more difficult to say no when a request comes from our friends. You can make somebody like by using a few simple techniques. Be around them to create a feeling of familiarity, point similarities between you, mirror their behavior, do small favors for them and show that you are like them. How to use it in online marketing? Use the language of your audience. Inside words, phrases and slang common for the group will work even better. On the other hand, if you use the words that your audience does not use or doesn't understand, you are creating a distance between you and give them nothing to relate to. Social media and emails are perfect to interact with your audience. Make sure you reach out to them without asking them to do anything, just like you would with your friends. The last and the seventh trigger is fear. Let's see what is fear and how it works. Well, fear is an incredibly powerful motivator. You will see everyone from marketers to politicians to bosses to parents using fear to get people to take some specific action. They do it because it really works. Now, I'm not saying you have to act like Freddy Krueger from the horror movies and scare the shit out of your prospects. No, not at all. Instead, all you have to do is lightly touch the fear trigger to make a significant impact. How to create a fear of missing out? This phrase, fear of missing out, has become so popular recently that it has its own acronym, FOMO. Typically, this applies to people who cannot stop looking at their smartphones because they have a fear of missing out on some Facebook post, pop culture trend, or even an invitation to go out. You can take this natural fear and funnel it into your sales system by creating a somehow limited offer. For example, limit the proposal to a set number of people. For example, perhaps you set up a PLR membership site with a strict membership limit of just 250 people. Or you can offer a bonus or discount to the next 100 people who order now. Or offer a discount or bonus for a limited amount of time. For example, you can offer a 50% discount that ends in 72 hours.
Thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked the video. If you did, do subscribe the channel and do let me know your feedback in the comment section.